Hi there. Welcome to Learn the Basics of Kotlin. I'm Marika, and I'm thrilled to be your instructor for this course. Whether you're completely new to programming or just looking to add Kotlin to your skill set, you're in the right place. This course is designed to make learning Kotlin easy, fun, and accessible. In this course, we'll start with the basics and gradually move to more advanced topics, all while keeping things simple and clear. Here's a brief overview of what we'll cover. Section 1, Introduction. Lecture 1, Welcome and Course. Overview, an introduction to the course and what you can expect. Lecture 2, What is Kotlin? A simple and clear explanation of what Kotlin is and why it's a great language to learn. Lecture 3, Setting up your development environment. Step-by-step instructions on how to set up everything you need to start coding in Kotlin. Lecture 4, Your First Kotlin Program, Writing and Running Your Very First Kotlin Program. Section 2, Kotlin Basics, Lecture 5, Basic Syntax and Structure, Understanding the Basic Syntax and Structure of Kotlin. Lecture 6, Variables and Data Structures, Learning about variables, constants, and data structures in Kotlin. Lecture 7, Control Flow, If Statements While Loops, Using if statements, while loops, and other control flow structures. Lecture 8, Functions in Kotlin, Defining and Using Functions in Kotlin. Section 3, Object-Oriented Programming in Kotlin Lecture 9, Classes and Objects, Introduction to Classes and Objects in Kotlin. Lecture 10, Constructors and Initialization, Understanding Constructors and Initialization Blocks. Lecture 11, Inheritance and Polymorphism, Exploring Inheritance and Polymorphism in Kotlin. Lecture 12, Interfaces and Abstract Classes, Using Interfaces and Abstract Classes in Kotlin. Section 4, Advanced Kotlin Features. Lecture 13, Collections and Generics, Working with Collections and Generics in Kotlin. Lecture 14, Lambda, Expressions and Higher Order Functions, Understanding and Using Lambda Expressions and Higher Order Functions. Lecture 15, Extension Functions, Adding Functionality to Existing Classes with Extension Functions. Lecture 16, Null Safety and Smartcasts, Handling Nulls and Using Smartcasts in Kotlin. Section 5, Practical Applications and Next Steps. Lecture 17, Building a Simple Android App with Kotlin, Introduction to Android Development Using Kotlin. Lecture 18, Debugging and Testing, Your Kotlin Code, Techniques for Debugging and Testing Kotlin Applications. Lecture 19, Best Practices in Kotlin Programming, Tips and Best Practices for Writing Clean and Efficient Kotlin Code. Lecture 20, Conclusion and Next Steps, Recap of what you've learned and resources for further learning. Here's what to expect. Throughout this course, I'll be guiding you with easy-to-follow lectures, practical examples, and hands-on coding exercises. You'll learn by doing, which is the best way to master programming. By the end of this course, you'll have a solid foundation in Kotlin and be ready to tackle more advanced projects or even start developing Android apps. To get the most out of this course, make sure to set up your development environment as soon as possible. We'll cover this in detail in Lecture 3, but having everything ready will allow you to dive right into coding. I encourage you to take your time with each section, practice coding regularly, and don't hesitate to ask questions if you get stuck. Remember, learning to code is a journey, and it's okay to make mistakes along the way. Thank you for joining me in this course. I'm excited to see what you'll create with Kotlin. Let's get started and have some fun learning together.